Children's Daisy Stitch Beanie Tutorial. Easy to learn. Color gradient long pile yarn 4.0 millimeters crochet hook. Chain to start. Hold the yarn between your ring finger and pinky. Bring it over your index finger. Pull the yarn down to form a loop. Hold the crossover point. Insert the hook. Yarn over and pull through. Tighten the tail end. Starting chain completed. Then work chain stitches. Yarn over and pull through the loop. 1 chain completed. Beginners can place a stitch marker in the first chain. This is the first stitch. Work a total of 45 chain stitches. The number of starting chains determines the height of the hat. You can adjust the stitch count. Place a stitch marker in the last chain when finished. Now, how to adjust the starting chain count. The folded up part here is the brim, about 5 centimeters. Then measure from the top of the head to just above the eyebrows. Adjust the number of starting chains based on your own measurements. Total length should be about 28 centimeters. The folded brim should be about 23 centimeters. Next, start the pattern. Begin with 1 turning chain. Does not count as a stitch. Then work only into the back loop of each chain. Start with 1 single crochet. Yarn over and pull through. You'll have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops. 1 single crochet completed. Beginners can mark the first stitch. Next, pick up 1 strand from the side of the single crochet and also go through the back loop of the next chain. Yarn over and pull through. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. 1 daisy stitch completed. Then pick up the leftmost strand of the daisy stitch and go through the back loop of the next stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Pull through all 3 loops. Second daisy stitch completed. Work a total of 39 daisy stitches, plus 1 single crochet, making 40 stitches in total. When finished, work slip stitch into the remaining 5 stitches. Also into the back loop, insert hook. Yarn over and pull through. Pull the left loop through the right loop. 1 slip stitch completed. Slip stitches count as stitches. Don't work them too tight, or it will be hard to insert the hook later. Work the remaining 4 stitches, all into the back loop. Place a stitch marker in the last slip stitch. Now for row 2. Start with 1 turning chain. Does not count as a stitch. Turn the work. Row 2 is also worked into the back loop of each stitch. Work 5 slip stitches. Don't work them too tight. Place stitch markers at the beginning and end to avoid missing stitches. Work the remaining 4 slip stitches. Then work the daisy stitch pattern accordingly. In the next stitch, work 1 single crochet into the back loop. Then using the same method, pick up the left strand and go through the back loop of the next stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Pull through all 3 loops. The method is similar to row 1. Repeat to finish the daisy stitches. Place a stitch marker in the last stitch. Now for the repeating pattern. After each row, turn the work. Each row is worked into the back loop of stitches. Slip stitch sections correspond to slip stitches. Daisy stitch sections correspond to daisy stitches. Before the daisy stitches, start with 1 single crochet. The rest are all daisy stitches. The narrower section here is the slip stitch part. This will be the crown of the hat. The remaining section forms the body and brim of the hat. Repeat the pattern of row 1 and row 2 until you reach your desired length. The number of rows depends on head circumference. When finished, the piece will look like this. The rows correspond to the head circumference. Finally, return to the wider side, the body. It should wrap comfortably around the head. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing about 2 to 3 times the height of the hat. Fold the piece in half and sew the side seam. Align the stitches on both sides. Insert the needle through the first stitch on both sides. Then continue to the second stitch. Make sure stitches align and sew through both. Sew all the way to the crown. After sewing the side seam, sew the crown closed. Sew along this edge. First insert the needle down. Then bring it up a little to the side. Insert down again a short distance away. Then bring it up again a little further. Pull the yarn through and tighten. Continue sewing around like this. After sewing around, pull tight. Tie the tail with the starting yarn end to secure. Use a tapestry needle to weave in the ends. Weave along the edge of the hat. Trim any excess yarn. Turn the hat right side out. Fold up the brim. All done!